Cycle looked like he was previously reaching flow state. Yes, he is. That 4th into 5th kill killing spree. Yes! Cycle hits flow state, and Rebellion take the win. 3-2. Last second heroics from the young gun.
Holding strong here. They're definitely sticking in this one. But they're going to need to get some sort of a big triple kill. Going for the overkill. Is going to be able to get it. Cycle going absolutely nutty. He's on kill attack. Ah!
Oh, but here we go. Sentinels bring it right back. Scrappy plays. But it's the use of the overshield for Rebellion which keeps Cycle alive. But he's dead to rights, right? Stuck in the coffin corner. Finds a way to get an assist. Finds a way to take down Precision 2. How has Cycle stayed alive, earning a +1 out of that?
Great nades come out of Cycle right there. Another double shot of him. He's been lights out all game long and continue to put kills on the board. 18 kills right now. 12 assists to go along with it. Still putting down damage, and somehow Cycle is still alive now. What started off as a heavy push now becomes a crazy flank. You pinch the enemy team exactly when you want Cycle. You have no business being this good.
Look at this, too. Bro, is he taking any damage?
Bro.
Okay.
Oh, he's so mad. Oh, my God.
No!
Don't! Oh, my God!
What is he doing?
What is he doing?
No one should ever get away with that. That is insane. Against Formal, too, in the second kill?
He is literally Shotzi incarnate.
A lot of people are thinking that you're like the next, they say next up for people that are usually AM, right, into like the pro scene, but they think you're like next up into like the top 5, top 3, like talking scene. I mean, you're 19, so you have a long time to go. Is like Halo your main game that you're gonna stay with since you're already at this level?
I'd say as long as there's, as long as there's a scene and there's Halo tournaments, I'll be here. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, we love that. We love that. We love the long-standing person. I mean, you're doing so well. Why not stay, right? Outside of that, how's everything going with you, man?
I've been doing pretty good. I've been just ever since season's over, just been chilling, working on school and stuff like that. So. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. When we were messaging, you said you were going to school. I'm not going to ask specifically what school because then you might have, fangirls driving to your school. But specifically, what are you going for, man? If you're okay with asking, is there a specific thing you're going for?
Yeah, I'm going for computer science, like cyber, like security or something like that. So I mean, we'll see how that turns out.
How do you balance that, especially during the season?
Since I'm like competing, I try to do like the minimum amount you need to be a full-time student. I just try to pick like the best classes like for my schedule, like so they end like before scrim time or something like that. I do have like 1 online class and like 3 in-person classes, so the online class kind of helps. Sometimes like I have to miss like a week of school like to go out of town for like a tournament, so like that's kind of like the worst part about it, I guess, because miss a week of math and you don't even know what you're doing when you come back. You know what I mean?
100%. I can see that with bio too, like biology stuff, and you're like, what the hell is that thing that they're talking about? Do you ever tell your teachers why you're leaving? You're just like, hey, bro, I just gotta, throw down.
Yeah, I actually told my teachers while I'm leaving, like what I'm doing, and one of them actually knew like about like Shopify Rebellion and the org, so that was pretty cool.
What they said is, hey, you got an automatic A, just let me know when you have to take days off for scrims.
He was pretty chill. He's like, yeah, just let me know, you can make up the work, stuff like that. He's a chill guy, just like a middle-aged dude, no like old ass guy that like doesn't care.
That's badass, dude. I mean, there's very few people that'll probably, not very few. I think nowadays it's a little bit more understood, especially if you are a pro, right? You're like, dude, I'm literally a professional. How was it joining Shopify Rebellion when you joined? Was it last year's when you joined officially? This last season, if I'm not mistaken. How was that?
It's been definitely a great experience. They support the team a lot, I would say. They're like really like involved. You never feel like left out of like the org. So I mean, just a great org to have and a great group of people to be around.
What was the biggest thing you learned from the org in general, like and the players that you had on the org during the time span of this last season?
Just keep on like trying, just every day, just put forth your best effort, take nothing for granted.
100%, man. I appreciate that, and a lot of people probably need to look at that and see that as part of it.
Nice. Fucking go. Nice. You're dead.
One on Donnie. I saw Mohawk.
We've had Lucid before on here, and it's like he said, it's your job now, right? So of course you have your job, and then you have your love for the game. But you got to be working forward constantly. And I'm guessing that's what you're doing, right?
There definitely have been some times, I'd say, where like I probably have been slacking off before, but I'm definitely starting to like definitely put my 110% instead of like 100% or whatever.
What's the first Halo that you played? Did you play like Halo 3?
Yeah, I think the first Halo played was probably like, I don't know, probably some like I forgot what Halo. It was like Halo 2, like the campaign one or whatever, like just like in the dark or some shit. I'd say like my first time like actually competing was like in late Halo 5.
Okay.
I didn't watch like a single Halo 5 tournament when I was competing. Like I didn't even know like who
Got it.
won Worlds or anything like that. I was playing Halo Reach, thought I was good. I was like, I kind of want to be a pro or whatever, so I just started just competing in whatever game at the time.
Yeah, you're just grinding it out, just knocking it out. You didn't even care about whatever is going on. So you didn't even know half these guys were even like professionals.
Yeah, I mean, I knew like the top guys. Like I would say, like if I played against like Frosty in matchmaking or like Lucid in
Yeah.
matchmaking, like I mean, they'd be streaming, so I would know about them. But
Yeah, outside of that, you're just like, whatever. I'm just here to grind as much as I can to be at that level. That was kind of what
yeah,
you got you. So Halo 2, roughly getting in the dark. That sounds like something like you do. Like for me, I had that same idea. I played Halo 3, where I would lay on the ground because the TV that we had just didn't have a stand on it. Blanket over my head and the TV, and because it was all connected to the Xbox 360 at the time. And in the dark reminds me of that is like being
yeah.
willing to play at the either midnight hours or when somebody else is sleeping next to you and you're like you're like hiding and shit. But yeah, man, that's great. So Halo 2 playing all the way out into Halo. So you did play Halo 5, I'm guessing, and Reach, or was it just mainly Reach?
A lot of Reach for sure, and then
Okay.
I went into Halo 5. Like I started out
Uh-huh.
probably like Onyx 1500 and Slayer, just like grinded to like what like champ like top 10 in Slayer. Then like that's when I guess like transitioned and like started playing Team Arena, and then
Oh, yeah.
trying to find a team, stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's a different game. So let me ask you, with that in mind, since you played Reach mainly, did you enjoy the fact that the meta changed to the DMR?
yeah, actually, I mean, I like both of them to be honest.
Okay.
What the annoying thing was, what the DMR first came out or Bandit, I mean, it shot so fast that like
Yeah.
sometimes like if somebody's like shooting you across the map, you can't even like descope them or anything like that. Like it's so hard to.
Right, that's true.
You just
Yeah.
get bursted down so quick you can't even scope in and like descope them or like
That's
fight
right.
back.
Yeah.
So with the BR, like I guess like the battles with it, like descope battles and stuff like that, were like definitely like a lot more fun, I would say, than the Bandit when it first came out. But I mean, they nerfed it, so it's gotten better. It's pretty cool.
It sounds kind of like you like the BR a little bit better. Is that kind of true in respect to the meta at the time, or what would you say? Is it kind of equal?
Definitely like at the time, like I'd probably prefer BRs, but like right now, it's just I definitely like the Bandit right now. So
Halo Studios not paying you to say that, right? I'm just playing.
no,
So on the down low, it's like, that's good, man. Yeah, no, I think a lot of the higher level players and the AM scene and the professionals for sure. It seems pretty consistent that the DMR losing some of its speed, right? Like like you said, you can't even scope in because the guy shooting you across the map is like, what the. What's the point of
yeah,
even trying to fight that guy? You just run away basically because you can't shoot back. That right now we're in the off season, so people like Phorm are running with people. People like Lucid are talking about specific things. Descendant and his teams are, they're playing with different players consistently. Collect saying crazy stuff here and there when he's streaming. So for you, like you're throwing out around like the Optic Gaming logo behind your back. What's that about, man? What you doing with that? What you trying to tell us, the viewers at home and the people on Twitter?
it has some meaning behind it. That's all I guess. It ain't there for nothing, I guess.
The meaning is to troll everyone and get views.
Yeah.
Cycle changing his profile picture in front of the optic symbol. I don't know. I'm gonna go trolling again, especially because his coach and best man comes out and says it's giving emo and whatnot. Like I feel like if this was real and Cycle was gonna be going to Optic Gaming like that, I feel like I don't think Best Man would come in and like have like a fun little it's giving emo type of vibes and whatnot. I think he would probably just stay radio silent here. We all know when roster media comes around, we all try to get any little piece of a hint, anything on Reddit, on Twitter, on Twitch chat, and the pros know it too. We've seen so many people troll us in the past, and I think Cycle is doing the same. I'm not falling for his Cycle.
I mean, if it turns out that way, we would be happy to have you on Optic. A lot of people in I don't know if you ever go into like the chats and whatnot of like Reddit. They're like, man, he would be a great addition to a team with Formal, and they kind of, like I said, they put the stats all across the board and whatnot. So yeah, I think Optic Formal and Cycle team might be great. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out. But and we'll try to put this out before you put out the official announcement. So hopefully that pans out. What's the Intel Bolt? I don't know. Cycle could say as much as we ask him. He's only going to tell us so much. He'll go to like 50% probably. So you can ask a question, Bolt, and I'll ask it for you. But it's up to him to decide to answer it. He might get a fine or something. It's like football or something. But in respect to like serious game talk, like focusing on skills and the setup of the game and whatnot of Halo, what do you think sets you apart from other young players? I know you're 19. You put a lot of time into the game. Is there anything specific about your skill or playstyle that you've decided to hone or focus on that made you stand out, or that's had you stand out and become this great player at 19?
I think this would probably maybe stand out. It's like most like players are just like an in-game IQ is just knowing like what to do at the right time and just like when to like I don't know, like when to die, when to like milk your life, when to just push up on the map, everything like that. So
Right.
some people with us, they just go out there and they just don't think and just shoot their guns.
Right. It takes 2 hours
Yeah.
into matchmaking, they become cycle, just like suiciding
Yeah.
their
So well, as you kind of alluded to, we see the replay on screen. Is that what you're talking about? A little bit of
can we
that?
rewind that real
Oh
quick?
my
I just want to
God.
rewind that real fast. I promise I won't bother you any longer. Okay, so he goes in, he gets to clean up, he gets Manny, right? He has to flick to the left to get this kill, right? Flicks to the left, gets the kill, flicks up for Druck. Now he's aware of Swish. He knows exactly where Swish is spawning, cuts the angle on his Swish, gets his shields back, blocks the Swish angle, helps kill the guy on Gold Ledge, and stays alive. That is insane. You have to understand, like, that is such disciplined gameplay out of such a young player. I'm excited for this kid's future.
Now, but let me ask you, so how do you hone that? A lot of people, like in the Clutch Academy, they don't know spawns. They don't know how to look at the map, each map individually, and play it differently, right? There's different setups and all those things. How do you learn that? What was it that you did that you think honed that specific part of your gameplay, the IQ aspect?
I would just say I guess I get like some like coaching, I guess say, but like sometimes like theater, like vaudeville, like maybe going over with people when I was coming up, just like what their thoughts were. But I think the main part of it is just playing the game, just like if you play the game so much, you get used to where everybody's spawning, like your teammates are here, they're spawning there, just stuff like that. So just playing the game definitely like the best part. I would say like a huge part of it actually is just like the timings in your head, like just knowing like how much time you have to make a play, or like how much time until they spawn up, or like you're making a play and then like in like a couple seconds they're gonna spawn behind you, so you have like this certain amount of time to shoot them in the back. And then so you gotta finish some kills real quick, so like you don't get shot in the back by the spawners that are looking over you, stuff like that. So I think timing is the most important thing in this game, honestly.
This is a massacre by Rebellion. This is beautiful.
Space Asia Gaming started off this run with a 33-0 run.
Oh!
They started things off hot, but then they ran into a freaking cycle.
What has gotten your sniper to the highest level? Like every time we go to your POV, automatic like 5 dead once you grab sniper for sure. So what's gotten you to that level? Is that just reps with it, or what is it exactly?
I don't even think my sniper is that great compared to like you got people out there like Lucid, Stellar, like people that just hit literally insane, impossible shots compared to just like my snipe. So I don't think my snipe is even that great, to be honest. That's like one of the things I try to work on individually, is just like my power weapon control. Because like I'm good at like staying alive with it, but like you got to hit the shots, to be effective. So I think I've been working on that recently, just trying to get better with the power weapons. I'd say it comes down to reps again. I mean, you just want to try to get the sniper as much as you can. Just use it as much as you can. Like just also like having the timing when to like just how you have that certain timing when to, like you can just quick scope and you won't get descoped and just like pop a shot off real quick. So stuff like that.
Right. I got you. So that's like a split second, right? So getting that timing down is getting used to it. And so for everybody that when they're in your game, if they see this interview cycle and they grab the sniper, they're gonna say, "Cycle, you said to do." Just to grab it, bro. No, but I know that's like jokingly, but in general, I mean, if they're not a professional at the highest level, I mean, would you say that a big piece of it is being really good with the power weapons? I mean, like if you're an AM at the highest level, if you're not good with power weapons, I mean, that almost sounds like it's not possible.
If you want to be one of the best players in the world, that's like a trait you need to have. Like just being able to pick up the snipe and just go off with it, But like if you want to be, I mean, if you want to be a top AM, like just a good player in general, just good player, pro player. Like even, I mean, you can be a pro player and not be good with power weapons too. Like I would just say if you want to be like a Lucid or like a Stellar or like a Renegade, then you probably have to have like that power weapon control. But you know,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played in matches with Renegade, and he has like the shock, and it's just
yeah,
it's
when he has a
terrible.
shock, it's
It's
not good.
terrifying, bro. It's like terrifying. I was playing with Bound and Phorm on my team, and I was like, all right, we're gonna do great, and he's just grappling and just shooting people like midair, and I'm just like, this is terrible. But yeah, so I could see that being that. So is there any like proven methods that you've done that have made you better, like in respect to shooting? Do you practice like on aimbot maps, or you're just grabbing the or is it just straight matchmaking and maybe an eights or something?
I mean, definitely like you're trying to get like your shot down, just trying to find like the right sensitivity for you. Try out like a lot of pro sensitivity, I guess, because like a lot of
Okay.
pros can usually run like the same stuff, kind of like a lot of pros usually run around
Yeah.
467. That's like kind of like the sweet spot, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like it. Like you're right. I feel like it's a variation of that. Typically, it's either 4.67 or like 5.68 or really close at
Yeah,
that
just
at that
around that
higher level.
ballpark.
Right. And what's your FOV at, if I may ask? What's that at right now?
It's at 105. Yeah.
Gotcha. Is there a reason why yours? Some people have like 120 FOV. Obviously it depends who you are. And Ryan Noob has like 80 or whatever, and then Boo Boo Doo has like 1 FOV or some shit.
Yeah.
What is there a reason why you like that in particular?
No, I'd just say it's all preference though, to whatever you like. But say like a lot of the pros just usually 100 to 105 or like 110, just around that area.
I've heard PJ Snakebite talk about it before, where he was like, going into a tournament or like playing matchmaking, I'll be at like 120, and then going into a tournament. I mean, it could be a head casing thing, I don't know. And I lower it down to like 110, and then I find my sweet spot at like 108 when I'm at tournament day. I don't know if you've ever done anything like that, but I heard him say that on stream, and I was intrigued if there's a reason for something like that.
I wouldn't say I like move my FOV around like that, but I would say like 120, like it can feel like inconsistent at times. Like you'll
Okay.
probably think like you're shooting them in the head, but like really like it's not hitting their head, it's hitting like their body or something like that. But since you're on 120 FOV, like you can't really like see that well, or like if it's
Right.
hitting them in the head or not. So you might be thinking you're getting joked when like in reality it's not hitting them in the head. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
I'd say
Okay.
120 is definitely like probably like looks better, like maybe feel more cracked or whatever. But I'd say like the
Yeah.
lower FOV is like more consistent. I don't really go into aimbot maps or anything like that, like aim train, but I probably just like I don't know, just like vibing in academy, just shooting bots or just
Yeah.
just getting reps in with matchmaking.
That's good to know. So 105 for you, your sensitivity is 4.67, and you practice a little bit on bots, but MM is probably your biggest thing. If we're talking about MM and stuff, what about eights? Do y'all run eights on y'all's own, or how does that work?
No, I'd say like the amount of eights you see from the pros is they're probably usually always gonna be streamed on Twitch. So
Okay.
whatever you see on Twitch is probably the eights lobbies running. So I don't usually play eights that much. I usually just play scrims and then yeah, that's it.
Would you play more eights if you had the opportunity to? I mean, obviously you probably do if you just asked. They'd let you in full throttle, but most of the time it's for money, I'm guessing. Is there ever times where they just do eights just to do them?
No, there's never like that. No.
That sounds almost sad a little bit. Only because I asked that because I've asked Phorm. He's like, yeah, I used to play eights, and eights will make people really good. But when it's money eights and you get swindled enough, you just don't want to play them. Like, yeah, you just don't want to play it, bro.
I want to say it's like a tournament, but if you're just looking to get some practice, shoot your gun, just just play, try. Then definitely a good place to be. But I want to say like it's like tournament level practice.
So the best thing would be what then? What would you say in regards to practice?
Just scrimming, scrimming with your team's probably the best thing you could do. But eights is a close second if you got no scrims and hop in some eights.
And then I'm guessing you did a lot of eights on your come up during, I guess, in this Halo Infinite game, or what would you say?
During my come up, I would just at the start of the game. I mean, I just grinded matchmaking, got like to the top of the leaderboard, just kind of got like noticed a little bit because I was the top leaderboard. So like like random people would just ask you to team whatever because you just been playing against them. So and then just start scrimming a little bit and then just play some tournaments. That's where kind of I came from.
What should be like the top 3 to 5 things that people do to get to that pro level, or as close as they could?
I think a big thing, honestly, is just like if you grind the playlist and get to like a high rank or like the highest rank possible, like
Yeah.
I mean, if you get like rank 1 in arena, I mean, you're gonna get noticed like for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like just grinding try to get the highest rank you can get,
Mhm.
and then from there just try to find some good teammates that are close to your skill level, and just do some scrims and do some tournaments.
All right, let's see what the crazy stuff we'll hear from the people at home like Sirion. And I have one person say, how are you talking more than the person you're interviewing? And I was like, man, that's true. I might be talking. I get crazy, man. I just get into it. Like I'm a fan of the game too, and I like to see the insights. So I like to dive deep into the questions too.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, appreciate that. Sirion says best stance in the game is 3-3-4. Okay, probably not. LOL, no,
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're not even aiming. Like you're just like moving with your, you're just aiming with your movement at that point.
Yeah, that's true. It's like left stick aim. And what do you? I'm
Yeah.
guessing you right stick aim, right? With the 4-6-7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do a good bit of right stick aiming, but left stick aiming is also pretty important too. Just get some good consistent shots down.
I have Six Rune ask me about recap me on Optic Cycle. Just got in here. Well, he announced. Not just playing. Nah. we don't know, man. He's just obviously it's a little mini clickbait. Is there any intel that you could give us that is not necessarily crazy deep intel, maybe, or maybe it is crazy deep, and you're just like whatever. I'm tired of this. Gonna throw the bag and everything out. That you could let everybody know at home. If not, it's all good. I'm just trying to see what's up.
I'd say we just gotta wait until everything's in the contracts. So I guess say.
Yeah, it's the contracts, right? Because any team could look like anything at one day to the next, right? Until the contracts are signed, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like nothing's. I mean, yeah, people just leave it in like a second if not the contract's not signed. So when the contract's signed, that's when the teams are solid. But anything can change, really.
Somebody said, "Is roster mania as crazy as they say?"
It's definitely the craziest roster mania of all time for Halo for sure. That's
Oh my
facts.
god, that's insane. Okay. I mean that's already enough clickbait for today, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. But outside of that, I mean, could we have you in the future again for maybe a Clutch Academy lesson? Of course, I'll probably have a lesson with you, one or two, and we could plug anything that you like. You have a Twitch that you're starting to do. You're just starting to stream, right? You just had your first stream like a week or two ago, is that correct?
Yeah, I've been starting to stream. Gonna start to stream more. So
Gotcha.
probably yeah.
Make sure to do clips of you shitting on Sirion. I'm just
Yeah, I should make a montage, huh?
just only Sirion like headshot snipes while he's like this with his 3-3-4. Just turning so slow. But okay, yeah, and we'll probably have you in the future if that's cool with you with the lesson or two. Have a couple of people maybe ask you questions on the professional, like learning the game front, as you were saying. And with that in mind, you have your Twitch, you have your X. I'm guessing it's like Cycle the same way your name's spelled on CYKUL. Is that correct?
Yeah, with an S at CYKUL'S with an S, because I don't know why, but the original cycle's like
Yeah.
taken or some shit. So
Somebody would like that name before you apparently.
and underscores taken after cycle. So like, I try to come up with something.
Got you.
Yeah.
Follow you on Twitch, on Twitter, and then in the future, I don't know if he's on Metafy yet, but if he is on Metafy, cool. But if not, he is going to be taking on some people. Maybe not a lot. Of course he's in school, so he may take on a few people for coaching. So if you have questions and all those things in between, you could ask me, and then or you could DM him. I don't know if your DMs are open on Twitter or not. But
Yeah, this should be open. Should be open now for
They
sure.
should be open. So if you have questions, don't flood them, please. Don't flood, right? And weird stuff, please, no weird stuff. But yeah, if you want to ask him questions and maybe try out some of his lessons and see the mind of Cycle and whatnot, we'll have him here in the future, and then hopefully you'll have him as your coach for a little while as well to maybe get you better at the game. Do you have any vision of your place in the Halo scene in the future? Like, what is that looking like for you?
I think as long as there's tournaments in Halo, I don't know when it'll be, but I will get a tournament win eventually. In my eyes, it's just like to me, it's just like inevitable at this point. What it feels like. So
Not if, but when, basically, right?
yeah.
Is there one thing that you think that you need to bridge the gap on that's going to take you to winning a tournament?
Just working on my power weapons. Just trying to make sure I'm just
Okay.
Just whenever I get the sniper or something like that, I just do like as much as possible with it. So
Got it. Cool, man. Is there anything you'd like to tell everybody out there at home that you haven't really been able to tell anybody outside of like maybe the optic thing?
I would say, just thank you for the support. It means a lot. Definitely had a, very good year last year, so I'm just gonna try to, keep it up.
And then any shout outs to special thanks to teammates, coaches, families, family, friends, or anybody that's helped you on the way to this journey? I mean, there's people that have been backing you up outside of just the space that we're in right now. Is there anybody you want to shout out to?
Definitely shout out my mom for sure for giving me the support, and just everybody I've teamed with to get up to this point. So
Yeah, 100%.
Now it's starting to feel like Cycle is an eventual LAN champion. It's going to happen at some point. It's just a matter of when, not if.